the most overrated UFC Hall of Famer.
I see my haters proud of me now. When I'm around, it's all smiles. I took over my whole town.
As you can see in the thumbnail, we're going to be talking about Mr. Donald Cowboy Cerrone. Do not get me wrong. I love Donald Cerrone as a fighter. I love him as a fighter. Fan favorite fighter. Fantastic fighter. A fight fan's favorite fighter in terms of activity and exciting performances whenever he does fight. And when I say overrated in this context, I mean in purely a resume and career-wise in terms of everybody else that's in the Hall of Fame in the modern wing. Cowboy Cerrone is the only fighter, well, there's two fighters that never won a UFC championship, and the other one being Uriah Faber that's in the modern wing UFC Hall of Fame. Donald Cerrone had a lot of accolades at the time he's retired. Now a lot of them has been passed up. He still owns the record for the most knockdowns with 20. He had an 8-fight win streak that was pretty good in my opinion. But if you look at some of the names that's on his resume, he has a very good resume. A lot of those names, a lot of the big names he lost to. It's like every time the UFC try to elevate him up into a real championship level fighter, he just couldn't get over the hump. Some of his best wins being Charles Oliveira when he was 21 years old, Edson Barboza, you got Eddie Alvarez whenever he made his UFC debut, Benson Henderson in their trilogy fight, and then you also have Matt the Immortal Brown on that. He also got Patrick Cote on his resume, who competed for a title against Anderson Silva. Al Alaquinta's on the resume also, and he also fraud checked Alexander Hernandez whenever he was coming up and being a rising prospect. But those are the names that he was able to defeat. Let's listen to the names that he wasn't able to beat. Nate Diaz, Anthony Pettis, twice. RDA, twice. Jorge Masvidal, Darren Till, Leon Edwards, Tony Ferguson, Justin Gaethje, and Conor McGregor. All of those fighters were top 5 material, and Donald Cowboy Cerrone just could never seem to get over the hump. Whenever he fought somebody that high level, in my opinion, listen, I love watching Donald Cowboy Cerrone fight. I feel like he's one of the more entertaining fighters that we've ever seen. I just feel like his career / resume is kind of overrated in my opinion. Do I think he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame? Of course I do. I mean, he's a fan favorite. He was a fan favorite for like a decade plus, and he never said no to a fight. I feel like that should be one of those criteria. Like, is people going to miss you whenever you're not fighting? I think people do miss Cowboy Cerrone when he's not fighting anymore. And I feel like he had a very solid career too. We're comparing Donald Cerrone to other Hall of Famers. That's why his resume doesn't look as good, in my opinion, honestly. But Donald Cerrone was a fun fighter. He was a very fun fighter. I'm not going to take anything away from him for that. But with all that being said, I say Donald Cerrone is currently the most overrated UFC Hall of Famer in the Hall of Fame. Here's some of my favorite highlights from that man's illustrious career.
You're forced into a pure stand-up battle with Donald Cerrone. Not many guys, look at that. Not many guys win, but there it is.
Hernandez down.
That's that kick, John, we were calling for.
Cowboy looking to close the show.
Hernandez is tough, though. Oh, he's getting beat up.
Huge right hands on the ground. Hernandez nearly out. That's it. Donald.
Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you want to see next. Like always, be good people.